Thank you very much, my great brother, Mr. Adamu. I really appreciate your warm presence in this meeting. It's really a great privilege that we have with great minds like you in this meeting. And we hope that we satisfy you with the adequate information that you actually need in order to make insightful decision on this ecosystem. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your time and efforts. To do. We are the first in the world that is trying to solve the problem of renewable energy in terms of creating a climatic condition whereby the energy in which we are using would be stored and would be generated through renewable energy. So they are trying to solve the world problem in which the world is facing a lot of problems, which is number one, the rising energy demand. Now, in this world we are living right now, the world is facing severe energy crisis driven by escalating demand and dwelling on fossil fuel resources. As the global population continues to grow, energy consumption is rapidly increasing. Now, this calls for an urgent need for another sustainable source of energy because time will reach whereby the earth will be polluted with fossil fuel, and we needed something that is sustainable and that is environmental friendly. So the second problem that Unicorn Brothers saw and said, no, we have to devise a solution in this problem is over 70% of people in this world relies on electricity rather than non-renewable, rather than renewable energy. They rely their electricity on non-renewable energy, which means that they rely their electricity on coal, fossil fuel, and so many natural resources that can't be renewed. Now, high reliance on non-renewable source of power generation leads to air pollution, and it leads to accelerated climatic changing, resulting to increase in global warming and global temperature. Now, if you look at the glaciers is melting day by day, and we may be asking, what is this glacier? This glaciers is the Arctic region, Antarctica. Now, scientists said in some couple of thousands of years, the Antarctica will melt finish and the earth would be flooded with water. Now, I know that most of us don't believe in this scientist theory, but what we are trying to learn from this is that because of the increase in greenhouse effects and the increase in fossil fuel, the earth is suffering, and a lot of things, our air is now polluted, our land is now polluted because of all this stuff. The air is no more bright again. For example, if you're living in a place called Port Harcourt, in the region whereby they do all this refinery, you see that there is a dark mist in the air, in which the air is highly polluted, that it can stain the clothes through the dark mist in the air because of all this illegal refinery and everything. So you see, that's a very big climatic problem that we have in this world. So we talk about rising electricity prices and market instability. Now, day by day, because of electricity is based on non-renewable source of energy, we have rising electricity need because this energy that you are deriving electricity from can't be renewable. You can't renew it in any way. So it's now rising needs. It's now increasing by the day, making the main men not affording this electricity. But Unicorn Brother is going to propose a solution to this problem. And the last problem that the world is facing right now, in which Unicorn Brothers rail wind technology is facing a solution, is increase in CO2. Now, look at the solution Unicorn Brother is going to propose in this. Now, Unicorn Brothers solves the problem with the use of RWT, rail wind technology, the technology of generating electricity through the kinetic energy from a moving train to produce electricity. You should know that that was the first in the world. So Unicorn Brother is trying to propose a solution of self-sustaining power from railway. Now, rail wind technology allows railway to generate their own electricity, reducing reliance on external energy source and overall creating a greener electricity for the environment. This is a very big one, if you ask me. Before this innovation started, long time during the start of man, we have the railway network. And if you know that the railway network are mostly, I will talk about this modernized railway network, are mostly notorious in collecting electricity from other sources of electricity generation. Now we are talking about the railway network. Why can't the railway network not develop and create its own electricity, whereby it can be running on its own electricity and be powered itself by its own electricity? So this is the projection Unicorn Brother is trying to do, making the railway network responsible for generating its own electricity without the use or without adapting any other source of electricity outside the railway network. Now, it is cost effective and eco-friendly. Railway technology offers no fuel cost, minimum maintenance, and zero carbon emission. So there's nothing much for me to explain in that one. We know that it is cost effective. This is how about the technology. I'm trying to give you an insight on how the technology works so that you may understand the offer that is brought on your table. You may understand the good that is brought on your table. So you have the choice to decide whether if you are to buy into this or if you are to sleep and regret later. So we talk about Unicorn Brother. This is the product. Now, Unicorn Brother, just like I've stated, it comprises of two foundations, which is the railway technology and the community. Now, the community is the backbone of Unicorn Brother. Without the community, Unicorn Brother can't strive. So that is the reason why we are important. This is a movement that invites us to lead. Now, Unicorn Brother focuses on harnessing the kinetic energy generated by high pressure air for moving trains to produce electricity. This groundbreaking technology has the potential to provide clean, sustainable power to communities, promoting a cleaner environment as a bright future for the world. So you see that they are into the green energy market. So please, next page. So this is the scope of what this company is trying to do. Now, this is how the technology works. So I may not be talking about in technical term on how the technology works, because if I tell you how the technology works in technical term, you might not understand what we actually mean. So how did they try to implement this kind of technology on rail track? Now, the main focus of Unicorn Brother technology is on the rail track, and there's what is being called RWT unit, which is Railway Technology Unit. And this unit is placed under the rail track. Now, how does this unit work? Through the air vent that is provided when the rail pass through this unit, railways are often required to generate some certain amount of air pressure, in which those air pressure can be sucked through the air vent and be converted to electricity. So this is a MEMA description and a MEMA understanding of how this unit works. They have I can show you the technical understanding if you are interested in knowing more of how this technology works. But this is a layman understanding so as not to distract or not to take us too deep into something that might confuse us. So this is how it works. So through the generated air, high pressure air from moving trains, the air is being sucked down through the vent that is being created by the unit and is converted to electricity through some inside work by the unit and everything. So this is, if I read this, the design of our wind turbine system is optimized to effectively capture and harness the abundant air pressure generated by passing train. Through the utilization of an air guiding tunnel, the wind turbine effectively absorbs the pressurized air directing it towards the turbine blade, the horizontal curve. I know you wouldn't understand all this, but I can tell you that if you want to know more about how this works, I believe that you can chat me up and I'll send you the PDF so that you can see it. So because of our time, I wouldn't be reading this to the end. So we'll go to the next phase. Please, Mr. Mohit. So Unicorn Brother, just like in any other company, have a vision and have a mission. A company without a vision is a company that is moving on a blind spot. So a company without a vision is a company that is a red flag. But Unicorn Brother, as you can see, it has a vision and has a mission. So Unicorn Brother vision is to generate transportation, which is a green transportation revolution. With RWT as a key player, the railway network would not only serve as means of transportation, but also as a dual-purpose vehicle of transportation and also generating electricity. Now, RWT system will complement other renewable sources supported by AI energy storage and AI, supported by advanced energy storage and AI-driven optimization. I think there's a mistake in this PDF in the middle. I'll have a look at it. That's not what it's supposed to say. So in this last one, Unicorn Brothers mission, what are our mission and what are Unicorn Brother trying to solve or trying to implicate in this field? Now, Unicorn Brother is aiming at developing a renewable energy source, reducing carbon emission, preserve natural resources and environmental protection, and to tackle climate change. So these are the mission of Unicorn Brother. Please to the next slide. So this is their mission: to provide local electricity generation, to provide rural electrification, to be as a means whereby it can integrate EV charging station integration. Now, what do you mean by EV, electric vehicle? As you can see, the advancement of man right now, the world is moving into EV vehicles, electric vehicles. And we can see that EV vehicles, rather than using the conventional fossil fuel, they are using electricity to charge through their batteries. So you see that the world is now shifting away from non-renewable source of energy to more better renewable source of energy. The Unicorn Brother is pioneering the movement whereby they are inviting one or all of us to use their technology in charging these stations and to enhance safety in trains, to enhance train safety. So these are some of the mission out of many that Unicorn Brother want to solve in the renewable energy sector. Please to the next page. So you may be asking, what market is Unicorn Brother trying to accomplish this kind of feat? A lot of projects starts now and they don't have the market that they're running into. But I can tell you that Unicorn Brother has stated their markets and they know how to penetrate their markets. So Unicorn Brother is operating in the global renewable energy market, which the global renewable energy market is in total of $1.194 trillion in 2025, which is projected to reach $3.60 trillion by 2025, by 2025 ending, growing at a CAGR of 17.2% during the first CAD period. Now, the global railway statistic that we have in this market, you can see them here. Now, the potential impacts, if now the potential impact Unicorn Brother is trying to view right now is that if RWT technology, which is railway technology, Unicorn Brother want to implement, if it is implemented in at least 10% of the global railway track, I can tell you that RWT will be generating millions of megawatts of clean energy annually. Now you can see that the Asian Pacific market is the fastest growing region in these renewable energy trends. And you can see Unicorn Brothers, SAM, and SOM. So the TAM is the total available market. SAM is the serviceable available market, and the SOM is the serviceable obtainable market. So the total available market is the entire market in the entire renewable energy market in the world. How much are they worth? So the total available market is $1.194 trillion, in which Unicorn Brother is operating in this market. So the serviceable available market is the market in Asia, which contains $21.1 billion in the entire Asian, the renewable energy market. So the serviceable obtainable market is the market that Unicorn Brother is targeting within the span of 5 years. So Unicorn Brother is targeting to hit to gain a serviceable obtainable market of $10.5 billion. That is what they are targeting to hit within from now to the next 4 to 5 years, I think. So the next slide. So these are the India market overview. We are not in India, so please to the next slide. So these are some traction from Unicorn Brothers in which they have achieved since they started. They had some governmental traction with a lot of government leaders from 20th July 2024 in India down to September 4th, 2024. So this is an old pitch deck. It's not an updated one. If not, a lot of traction should have been there, including traction with a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of investors, a lot of corporate investors, and their trip to Dubai to secure a corporate deal. So this is a traction, a very big traction for the company. But since the traction right now is not up to date, I think we can pardon this and we can just move to the next slide. Please, to the next slide. So you may be asking, what are Unicorn Brother business model? Please go back to the business model. Good. So you may be asking, what are Unicorn Brother business model and revenue/profit? So how does Unicorn Brother makes money? How did they make money? Because if you understand, it is one thing to invest in a company, and it is another thing to know how the company makes money and how you, as a co-founder, as a share owner of the company, make money from their shares. So the company makes money by selling the power or the electricity generated in an average of 500 by selling the electricity generated from the ROWT, the railway technology that brings power through the use of renewable energy. Now, another thing, how the company makes money is through governmental contracts, which means partnering with railway company for their energy solution. So you know that governmental grants and contracts is another way for the company to make money. So another way for the company to make money is through corporate partnership, licensing the technology to private company. So licensing is a big business that a company can make money, and they can be selling the shares to shareholders, to you and I, for we to become a co-founder and enjoy all these benefits. Now, how does Unicorn Brother as an organization operate? Now, how does the technology operate? Now, here it says install RWT on the railway track, start generating electricity, sells power to railways and governmental grids, and continuous revenue with minimal operational cost and expand globally. So this is a short explanation of how the company operates in a short term. So please to the next step. So the chart right now we are seeing on our screen is the founder's details. Although this is a old document, so there should be some changes in this founder's details. So these are the people responsible for Unicorn Brother ecosystem, and these are the people that are pioneering this movement. We can see the mighty CEO, Mohit Kumar, the director of Unicorn Brother, and the founder and the inventor, a degree in business administration, 15 years in network marketing, and is the founder of RWT Globals. So we can see his co-founder, which is Yashvi Rothtor, who is the founder and um, the chief, the chief marketing officer and the chief technical and the chief operating officer. The chief marketing officer of Unicorn Brother. So he's the mastermind behind the name Unicorn Brother. 5 years experience in the field of renewable energy and a degree in electrical engineering. So we can see um, the other co-founder or partner, Alexei Chicken. Sorry, forgive me for my pronunciation. It's not my language, so please forgive me for my pronunciation. So he's the project team manager, the co-founder of Unicorn Brother, and a degree in linguistics and design, 10 years plus experience in the field of artificial intelligence. So what makes this team unique is that Unicorn Brother is made up of three founders at the time of this pitch deck. Due to the advanced years and knowledge in the field of renewable energy, this makes them uniquely positioned to solve global problems. So please, to the next stage. So we're looking at the roadmap of Unicorn Brother. So Unicorn Brother has set out a 20 years roadmap whereby we all can join the journey or can explore the journey of the renewable energy sector. So in phase 1 to 5, Unicorn Brother is trying to pilot projects, their technology in India and in 10 major countries, targeting a daily gigawatt of 800. Now, it may be surprising, it may surprise you that at the moment right now, this phase 1 roadmap Unicorn Brother is trying to do, the company is so fast in its planning that the pilot project in which it wants to do from phase 1 to from year 1 to year 5 is going to be done this year. Definitely is going to be done this month. It's going to be done next month or upper month in Oman. That's the news that the CEO would have for us when the right time reach. So you see that the company is so fast that this pilot project that is being written in their roadmap, they noticed that it's gonna be done this year. So the speed of the company is what determines the company effectiveness. So the next one is phase 2, which is 6 to 10 years. They plan to expand to 50 countries, annual revenue of $1 trillion. You can see how much money Unicorn Brother is planning to achieve with this vision. And I can tell you that, yes, it is true and it is right. They can achieve this with this kind of technology. Remember, it's the first in the world. Anything that is first should not be played with. Bitcoin came out first, and look at it right now. We can talk about a lot of companies that came out first, and you look at them right now. So anything first should not be played with, and they have the right executional skills to make this happen. So phase 3, you're talking about 20 to 11 years, 11 to 20 years, becoming a global leader in energy production, competing with companies like Google, Apple's, and Tesla in terms of market dominance. So you see the vision that Unicorn Brother is trying to build with the phrase of 20 years. So I can tell you that I believe that this vision can be done before 20 years with the movement the company is moving right now, with the speed the company is moving right now. So please, to the next slide. Okay. Okay, so these are the fundraising that Unicorn Brother want to raise from their partners, which I can tell you that they are in the process of raising these funds, in which they will use in the pilot projects. Some few months, and they would raise these funds from their partner in developing and in actualizing the pilot project in Oman. So I believe this is the end of the PDF. Mr. Mohit, you can stop here and share your screen. So the reason why Unicorn Brother is the best ecosystem for us to consider, which are creating an innovation for the newer tomorrow, is that Unicorn Brothers deals in renewable energy. And renewable energy right now, as we can see right now, is the new gold. Is the new gold, is the new crude, because everyone is looking for energy. Without energy, you can't power up your house. Without energy, you can't use a refrigerator. So Unicorn Brothers is inviting you and I to be a shareholder of this renewable energy, to be a shareholder of this company, to buy shares of this company and become a proud owner of this company. Now, you may be asking, why should I buy shares of Unicorn Brothers? What difference are they doing? Are they actualizing that other company that I cannot actualize in other company? That's number two question you may be asking. And number three question you may be asking, what benefit am I going to get from buying a shares or becoming a share owner of Unicorn Brothers? These are some questions that we should ask ourselves before entering into any startup, before entering into any project, before entering into any company in terms of investment. Now, the first question that I will answer is, why should you invest in this technology? Why should you buy shares of Unicorn Brothers? Now, the reason why I'll tell you to buy shares of Unicorn Brother is that Unicorn Brother is the first to pioneer this innovation in the world. No company have thought of doing this innovation. Now, imagine if you invested in Google during its early age. I can give you an example of a Stanford professor that invested $100,000 in Google as of its earliest stage. And that Stanford professor, the $100,000 he invested was a big lump of his money, if not all of his money, but he has to bet it on Google. And look at it right now. Google is now is a $1 trillion company, and you can guess how much the Stanford professor got in a return of investment of $100,000. I'm saying $100,000. I'm not saying $1,000. I'm saying he invested $100,000, and look at right now. The man is going home with $1 billion from his investment he made in Google. And I'm telling you that he made this investment when Google was nothing, when Google was considered a failure, when Google was considered a mess, when Google was considered something that is not going to work out, because what they were building was impossible and the first in the world. That is a very big example. You can look at the example of the Winklevoss, the Winklevoss brothers, the brothers that invested a lot of money into Bitcoin during the early stage of Bitcoin. And at the end of the day, they are owning more than 2% of the total supply of Bitcoin. These brothers are worth more than $70 billion at the moment. That is when investment is peaking. Investment is the work of life, if you ask me. In each day we are following, in each day we are moving right now, we invest. We invest in our children, we invest in our family, we invest in anything. Why don't you not invest in renewable energy? So the second question you should ask is, what gain would you gain from investing in Unicorn Brother ecosystem? What are you going to gain from investing in Unicorn Brother? So Unicorn Brother ecosystem is promising you dividends. That is number one. Dividend is a form of paying you a quarterly salary or a monthly salary. It can be anyhow. They are promising you dividend, that they are telling you, come, we welcome you. Come and invest in the ecosystem, and we give you dividends as a share owner of the ecosystem. Now, dividend we are giving you is a thank you for investing in the ecosystem. That's the first thing Unicorn Brother is promising you. And the second thing Unicorn Brother is promising you is a high return on your investment when they list on the on the stock exchange market through their initial public offering, which is IPO. So the IPO is something that determines a company to be public. A lot of companies have made a lot of people millionaires through IPO. I can tell you a lot of companies, including Tesla, including Facebook, and all the rest, including Amazon. Their IPO has created a gap for the for the poor men to be wealthy and rich. So it's through IPO that you can get your return on the investment from Unicorn Brothers. That is the second one. So the third returns that you can get from Unicorn Brothers is not only IPO. You can talk about through you can get your returns on investment through the technology Unicorn Brother is developing. Not only dividend, you can become a co-owners of different technology Unicorn Brother is developing. They are developing RWT, which is this railway technology. They are also developing another form of renewable energy. They are developing. They are into many space. They are into. They are. They are trying into many ventures. You can check it out in their website. Many ventures they are developing. This is an established company that asks you, that demands you to be a leader of, that demands you to keep on pushing. This is the tech. This is the new company that we're talking about. Unicorn Brother is a company that we should look into, and we should have a very good decision on the company. It's something that we should not miss out, because I'll continue to say it again. It's the first that has made a bold step to create this innovation. So Unicorn Brother is asking for we all to become a share owner of this company and be getting good dividends in our returns on investment. So without wasting up much of our time, I would like to give the table, or should I say the stage, to Mr. Mohit, the CEO of Unicorn Brothers, so that he may give us some um, breakthrough, or should I say some breakdown. Then we would now have our Q&A section, our question and answer before concluding the meeting.
Okay, so thank you very much. All right. Fantastic. So let me show you one thing, right? Yes, I want to tell you that the RWT, that's name Railwind Technology, right? The last year, from in the first year, we have developed our miniature model, the Railwind Technology miniature model. And this year, this is the second year of the Unicorn Brothers, right? And during this year, we are working very hard to develop the prototype, the actual working prototype of the relevant technology. And you can see on your screen in the last month we have also developed the prototype of this RWT. Okay, so there is the basic difference between the last one prototype and this one, as you see on your screen. That is the alternator part. In the last month, in the last prototype, you have been seeing that the prototype is the alternator of the RWT unit was outside of this RWT unit, but in the current figure, you can see the alternator part is also inside the RWT units. Okay, so it is comprises of I think that it can meet the international standards or the designs that can perform well, as we are talking about the relevant technology working. I suppose that the pressure, the wind energy, air pressure coming through this RWT nozzle and directly hit to the turbine. Okay, so it rotates, and the alternator part that behind this turbine that generate electricity. Okay, so this is the new development of the RWT, or you can say the RWT prototype 2.0, because in the previous one there are some errors like the designing errors. Okay, now in this in the second time, okay, in the second time we have found out the all errors, all designing errors, and we have implemented the alternator part is also inside it. Okay, so this is the update for now. Okay, and the other one, as you know that Unicorn Brother is a umbrella in which there are lots of projects are ready to come in inside this umbrella, and the another one projects is AI Soul, that is artificial intelligence based inner soul or the mirror soul. Okay, which will interact with us as it is in the same way that we are stand in front of the mirror and talking to us, right? And once it will completed the presentations, I will share it with you in the upcoming sessions. Okay, Admiral.
Yes.
For now, it is
Okay.
completed from my end, and these are the two updates. Okay, and yeah, one more important updates in the upcoming 10th of September, right? Upcoming 10th of September, that this technology, that's name Railwind technology, is nominated for the national awards. That's name Bharat Pratibha Samman Awards by the Lok Sabha Speaker of the Parliament of the Government of India, right? So I hope it will good to us, and it will definitely help to expand our community in the entire globe. Thank you, Admiral, and thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Ademi.
Okay. Thank you very much, my wonderful CEO. Thank you everyone for attending the meeting. So do we have any question to ask so that we may round up? If there's no question, then we can call it a day. So please, do we have any question, anyone?
Yes, you can write your questions, or you can just raise your hand to ask your questions. Okay. And if you suppose that you have no questions, right? Then yes, after this meeting, you can also connect with us with our WhatsApp or with the Admiral. We will assist you to yeah, give you the answer, and we are pleasure to happy to give you the answer of your questions in the WhatsApp groups or personally assist to you. So for now, thank you very much and take care. All the best. Admiral, is it
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Bye bye and take
Okay,
care.
thank you everyone.
Bye bye.
Okay, take care. Mr. Adeyemi, thank you. Mr. Jacob, thank you. Mr. Yajvi, thank you. Miss Shetty, thank you. And everyone, thank you very much. I really
All right.
appreciate your time. It was time well spent. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.